promise me this heart won't break, even when the night is long. With you every pain will shake. In your arms is where I belong.
Do soulmates really happen by chance, or is it all about fate? I'm putting myself to the test to find out. Welcome to Endless Tales of Love. Join us as we dive deep into this intriguing question. You won't believe what we've uncovered by the end. The concept of soulmates has been debated for centuries, with some believing that they're a product of chance, while others think it's all about fate. It's a question that has puzzled philosophers, psychologists, and anyone who's ever been in love. Are soulmates simply a result of coincidental encounters, or is there something more profound at play? On one hand, some people believe that soulmates are simply a result of chance. They think that with over 7 billion people on the planet, it's only natural that we'll find someone who shares similar interests, values, and personality traits. According to this viewpoint, soulmates are just a statistical probability, and our relationships are little more than a complex game of matching numbers. On the other hand, there are those who believe that soulmates are predestined, that they're part of a larger cosmic plan. They think that our souls are connected on a deeper level, and that we're drawn to each other through some unseen force. This perspective suggests that our relationships are orchestrated by some higher power, guiding us towards our perfect match. Proponents of the chance theory point to the countless failed relationships and unfulfilled matchups as evidence that soulmates are nothing more than a myth. They argue that our feelings of attachment and love can be explained by psychological and biological factors rather than some mystical connection. After all, we're programmed to seek out relationships that ensure our survival and propagation of the species. However, those who believe in fate point to the numerous accounts of people who have experienced an undeniable sense of connection with someone, often despite overwhelming odds against them. They argue that the sheer intensity of our emotions and the profound impact that love can have on our lives suggests that there's more to it than just chance. For them, the experience of love is a fundamental aspect of human existence, one that transcends the mundane and speaks to something deeper and more meaningful. One fascinating example of this is the concept of mirror souls, where two people experience an uncanny sense of connection, often sharing similar life experiences, personality traits, and even physical characteristics. This phenomenon has been observed in numerous cases, leading some to wonder whether there's an underlying pattern or design at play. Perhaps our souls are linked through some unseen thread, drawing us towards our perfect match. The idea that our souls are connected on a deeper level raises interesting questions about the nature of love and relationships. If our connections are indeed predestined, does that mean that we have no control over our choices? Or is it possible that our free will plays a role in choosing our soulmate, even if the universe is guiding us towards them? These are complex questions that have puzzled philosophers and theologians for centuries, and ones that we'll continue to grapple with. One of the most compelling arguments that emerges from this exploration is the idea that our relationships are not simply a product of chance or fate, but rather a complex interplay between the two. Perhaps our souls are connected on a deeper level, but it's up to us to recognize and nurture that connection. This perspective suggests that our relationships are not predetermined, but rather the result of a delicate dance between our choices and the universe's guiding hand. Consider for a moment the stories of serendipitous encounters that have changed lives. A missed train, a random coffee shop visit, or even an accidental phone call leading to a lifelong bond. Are these merely chance events, or are they moments of cosmic alignment? The stories of these seemingly random events often fuel the belief in fate, as they're difficult to explain without invoking the idea of destiny. But let's take a closer look at the psychological underpinnings of love. Scientists have long studied the phenomenon of attachment and compatibility, discovering that certain personality traits, shared experiences, and mutual goals foster deep connections. Is it possible then that our soulmate is simply someone who happens to align with our psychological makeup at the right time and place? Some psychologists suggest that what we call a soulmate is actually the result of intense emotional bonding. When we meet someone who satisfies our emotional and psychological needs, it feels like destiny. But they argue it's more about timing, context, and shared experiences than anything supernatural. Still, those who believe in fate might counter this argument with the idea of synchronicity, a concept popularized by Carl Jung. Synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences that seem to defy explanation. For example, two people repeatedly crossing paths in unlikely circumstances might feel destined to be together. While skeptics might dismiss this as mere chance, believers see it as evidence of a deeper, universal connection. The debate extends beyond individual anecdotes to broader cultural and philosophical frameworks. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the idea of soul connections. For instance, in Hinduism, the concept of karmic bonds suggests that our relationships are shaped by past life actions and experiences. Similarly, the Greek myth of soulmates, as described by Plato in The Symposium, posits that humans were once whole, but were split into two halves, forever searching for their other half to feel complete. Science, too, offers intriguing insights. Research into pheromones and genetic compatibility suggests that we are biologically programmed to find partners who complement us on a genetic level. This might explain why some connections feel inexplicably strong, as if they were meant to be. Could this biological fate be the universe's way of guiding us toward optimal partners? Despite the evidence on both sides, the question remains, how much of our connections are within our control? In the era of online dating and algorithms, where matches are made based on data, the idea of soulmates becomes even murkier. Are these algorithms uncovering predestined connections, or are they simply maximizing the odds of compatibility? As I reflect on my own experiences and the stories of others, I've come to believe that the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Chance encounters can set the stage, but it's our choices and actions that determine the outcome. Love requires effort, vulnerability, and mutual commitment, qualities that transcend the boundaries of both chance and fate. Ultimately, the journey to understanding soulmates is deeply personal. Whether you believe in chance, fate, or a blend of both, what matters most is how we approach our relationships. Do we cherish and nurture the connections we have, or do we wait passively for the universe to deliver perfection? Perhaps the real magic lies in the balance, embracing the mystery of fate while taking an active role in shaping our own destinies. To delve even deeper, let's consider the role of cultural narratives in shaping our views of love and soulmates. From fairy tales to modern cinema, stories often depict love as a predestined event, two people destined to meet against all odds. These narratives resonate because they tap into a universal yearning for connection and belonging. However, they can also create unrealistic expectations, leading us to overlook real, meaningful relationships in pursuit of an idealized version of love. In real life, love is rarely as straightforward as it appears in fiction. Relationships are messy, complicated, and require compromise. The notion of a perfect soulmate might distract us from the work it takes to build a strong, enduring partnership. Instead of waiting for fate to intervene, perhaps we should focus on fostering deep connections through shared experiences, open communication, and mutual respect. This idea brings us back to the interplay of chance and choice. While chance might bring two people together, it's the choices they make that determine the strength and longevity of their bond. Even in relationships that feel destined, effort and intention play a critical role. Love is not just about finding the right person, it's about being the right person for someone else. Let's explore another layer of complexity, the concept of twin flames. Unlike soulmates, who are often seen as compatible partners, twin flames are described as two halves of the same soul. This idea suggests an even deeper level of connection, one that transcends time and space. Twin flames are said to challenge each other, helping one another grow and evolve spiritually. While this concept resonates with some, Others view it as a romanticized notion that can lead to unrealistic expectations in relationships. Whether we're talking about soulmates, twin flames, or simply meaningful connections, one thing is clear. Love is a powerful force that shapes our lives in profound ways. It inspires art, drives personal growth, and gives us a sense of purpose and fulfillment. But it's also unpredictable, defying easy categorization or explanation. Consider the role of timing in relationships. Have you ever met someone who seemed perfect, but the timing wasn't right? Perhaps you were in different stages of life, or external circumstances prevented the relationship from flourishing. This raises another question. If soulmates are real, why doesn't timing always align? Some might argue that timing is part of fate, while others see it as evidence that love is as much about choice as it is about destiny. The intersection of science and spirituality offers additional insights. Neuroscience has revealed the complex chemical processes that underlie feelings of attraction and attachment. Oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin play significant roles in creating the euphoric and bonding experiences associated with love. While these findings highlight the biological basis of love, they don't diminish its mystery or significance. Instead, they remind us that love operates on multiple levels: physical, emotional, and spiritual. As we navigate the complexities of love and relationships, it's important to remain open to different perspectives. Whether you believe in soulmates as a cosmic phenomenon or view them as a product of chance and effort, the journey to understanding love is deeply personal. It's shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and the stories we tell ourselves. One practical takeaway from this exploration is the importance of mindfulness in relationships. By being present and attuned to our own needs and those of our partners, we can cultivate deeper connections. This requires vulnerability, empathy, and a willingness to embrace the uncertainties of love. Whether guided by fate, chance, or a combination of both, the relationships we build are a reflection of our values and intentions. In the end, the question of whether soulmates happen by chance or fate may never have a definitive answer, and perhaps that's the beauty of it. Love is a mystery that defies logic, inviting us to explore its depths with curiosity and wonder. So, whether you're searching for your soulmate or celebrating the connections you've already found, remember that the journey itself is just as meaningful as the destination. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. If you're interested in exploring more about love and relationships, be sure to check out my next video, where we'll dive deeper into the psychology of attraction.
Promise me this heart won't break, even when the night is long. With you every pain will shake. In your arms is where